Dorian, I don't know what to do.
I'm telling you what to do. You've got to trust me.
Yeah, well, I've heard that a lot of times in my life, and I always get burned.
What's it going to take to convince you? I am not going to desert you. I am not going to make matters worse for you. What I am going to do is put a stop to a situation that has become increasingly dangerous, not just for you, but for Charlotte and all of the other women in here.
They put us in a laundry truck. They blindfold us. They take us someplace, nobody knows where. They lead us down into this basement. They take off the blindfolds, and they force us to process cocaine into crack. That's it. And what can you do about it?
First, I have to let that sink in. A lot of scenarios entered my mind, but never that one.
Pretty convenient, huh? Inmates processing coke.
That's just what we need. Some more pathetic addicts in this world. I mean, kids are dying of this stuff. Babies are being born addicted to it. And the warden and Matron Spitzer, those greedy pigs.
They'll kill us if anything goes wrong.
Jeannie, where is it that they take you? Is it some kind of a house or a factory building?
It's some kind of bar, restaurant place. You can tell that, but it's been closed down.
Do you think it could be the Backstreet Bar? That's where they found Susan's body, buried behind the back street.
Susan's dead?
Yes, I just heard about it from Herb.
They killed Susan. Well, you might as well start digging my grave right now, Dorian.
I want you to calm down, because you and I have a lot of talking to do and a lot of thinking to do before
Dorian,
they separate
nothing can be done. Don't you understand that? That's why I didn't want to tell you anything. If you tell Herb Callison and they send the police to the Backstreet Bar, they're going to know I'm the one that told you.
Jeannie, did they take anybody out of here last night?
No. We were all surprised.
That's because they probably moved the crack factory. With Susan's body being found at the back street, police all over the place.
They have to find a new location.
Exactly. Drugs. Drugs. I don't know why that was the last thing to enter my mind. Okay, Jeannie. It's going to take a lot of thinking to bust this one open.
Obviously, Rafe must have told you about Cord's involvement in all this.
No, I heard it by accident. I was in Rafe's office this morning, and Cord came in and just blurted it out.
Well, here I am. I think I married this simple photographer, and he's really a crusader, especially when it comes to drugs.
It's a very serious drug problem today. We should all be crusaders against cocaine and crack.
Oh, I agree. I do. It's just that, at least with Rafe, I mean, you knew he was choosing a dangerous life. And with Cord, he didn't make that choice. And all of a sudden, he's out there risking his life at the... I forget where it is. The Berlin building, is that it?
Cameron building, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, the Cameron building. But listen, what do you suggest I do to get rid of all this anxiety, to help with it?
You want to have lunch today?
Well, actually, I'd love to, but you know what? I really think maybe the best thing is for me to keep busy. So since you're closed, I think I'm going to go shopping at La Elegante. That'll really help. Listen, thank you so much for talking to me about it. And maybe the four of us can get together and have dinner, huh?
How about the five of us?
Oh, yeah, it would be great to have baby Sammy along. Bye.
Thing I've ever heard in my life.
Danny Wolek is a wonderful person. There's no way that he could have killed Susan Bates.
I hope not. But right now, all the evidence points to Dan.
What evidence, Rafe? He was found in the abandoned bar searching for a charm.
Larry the cassette. Remember the one Susan had on her when she got out of prison? How the hell did it end up in his apartment?
I don't know, and neither does Dan. But logically, it doesn't follow that he's a killer.
There's nothing logical about killing.
Look, I mean, what time did the murder take place? Dan was with me most of the evening until 10:15 at least.
Before that, he was at Land Fair, Vicky's welcome home party, remember?
Yeah, I remember that. I also remember that he left early.
To pick me up.
Larry, could you excuse us for a moment?
Why?
I need to talk to Allison to get a statement from her about Dan and their whereabouts last night.
So I can't hear that?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, right. We wouldn't want me to tell my son what his alibi should be.
Have a seat. To the best of your recollection, Allison.
He picked me up at 8 o'clock, maybe even earlier.
So what did you do?
We went to the Vernon Inn. Dan was feeling a little agitated. He said he didn't want to just sit and talk.
What was he agitated about?
Not Susan Bates. His father, I think. His father had made some passing comment that he didn't think that Dan and I should be dating.
What'd you do next?
We drove around. We parked up at the Lookout at Runderley for 15 or 20 minutes.
Were there other cars parked there?
We were alone.
Great. Once again, nothing to prove anything.
Well, there were people at the Vernon Inn. I can identify the waiter who served us.
Now, you said you were together till about 10:15?
Yes, and then he dropped me off and went at my house, and then he went back to the back street to find my charm. So you see, there's no time when he could have killed Susan and dug a grave and all of that.
What I see is that everything is unsubstantiated, Allison.
If I can get the waiter at the Vernon Inn, would that help?
It might. Then again...
I'm going to bring him here so that you can talk to him.
No, wait, Allison, will you wait a sec?
Look, Rafe, can we discuss this calmly, please?
Larry, I think the best thing for you to do right now is to get a lawyer for your son, fight the battle legally, and get him out on bail.
There is nothing I can say to convince you to stop this thing here and now?
I can't. Your son has nothing concrete to prove his side of the story. We have Susan's blood on his shirt, Susan's tape in our possession.
That's circumstantial evidence.
That's right. That's all we got, and that's what we have to act on.
Dad, am I glad to see you?
Can I talk to my son alone, Rafe?
Yeah, you can take the office for a few minutes.
This is... You're supposed to have killed some woman you barely even knew?
Uh-huh. And they've got it all figured out, too.
Dan, I'm going to ask you something. I want you to answer me straight out. I don't want any defensiveness or anything like that, all right? Is it possible, just possible, that Allison Perkins did this thing and then planted the tape in your apartment?
No way. She was with me. I left to go back to the bar. The blood was already there. It's not possible.
But there was time before you picked her up.
Rafe Garrettson is saying that Susan Bates died between 8 and 10. Then there was a grave to dig. No, it's totally impossible. And I'm not talking from my heart, I swear.
Okay, I had to ask.
I understand. I mean, but who would want to go to so much trouble to set me up for this? I feel like I stepped off the planet already.
Right. First thing we do, we get a lawyer. Someone who can handle this thing.
No, I can't believe I'm causing you more
Now
problems.
stop it. You're not doing... Dan, we're going to get through this crisis together. All the way.
All right.
All right. All right.
I can't push this thing out of the mud. Lower that down a bit. I can't push this out of the mud. I'm going to go and look for a telephone.
No, Dad, if Vicky has his baby, I'm not going to be of any help.
Honey, I was a medic in the Marine Corps. What can I do?
Did you ever deliver a baby?
No, Marines don't have babies, Vicky. Look, Marilyn, honey, you're going to have to go for help. Okay? There's a telephone back there.
Dad, I saw
Under a mile, all right?
Don't worry about
There
me.
on the left-hand side.
I'll be fine.
All right, listen, you be careful.
Okay.
Okay.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm a little scared, that's all. I was wrong when I originally said it would be at least a few hours. By the way, welcome to the family.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Now watch. If I take it real slow, I don't need your help. See? Now would you please go home?
All right, I will. But look, if your ankle isn't any better by tomorrow, you better check with the doctor.
I'm sorry for disrupting your day.
Maria, my day has been disrupted since early this morning. Okay? Once Vicky gets back, I don't have to worry about her and the baby. Things will fall back into place.
We're going to steal Vicky and Clint's baby.